Okay, so now we can activate the channel. But we're not good to start yet. We still need a few more parts from FabioStein. We want the breakdown. Just pre-select the whole thing. This is the breakdown. I mean, if we listen to it. That's the build up. So you can pre-select as much as you want. I mean, if you copy the whole thing or just the start point, you can then stretch it. So that's how free you are. But of course, you can. It's good to start copying from the start point, so you can just know exactly where you are. So that's done. That's already done here. One other thing. In the case of breakdowns, in the case of this breakdown, which is more tonal than the beat, we want to use a different time stretching algorithm. Here you have beats, tones, textures, repitch, and complex. For this breakdown, we're going to use tones, which work really well. I mean, if you compare the beat sound, it sounds kind of tremolo, kind of grainy. If you use the tone, it's more delicate, if you want. So we already did that. We already copied and assembled everything here. Of course, again, you can use whatever part you want on your mashup. So the sky's the limit. Okay, so we used the breakdown and a part of the breakdown. Here you go, and a part of the build-up. And as you can see here at the end, we use the classic repetition, build-up repetition that everybody loves. I mean. That's very, whoever owns a CDJ 1000 or 800 knows what I'm doing here. So, okay, we have the breakdown is ready, and now we want another part of the FabioStein. We want the big bassy part, which is the crazy part of the track. If we listen to it. Very, very powerful and nasty bass. And what I did here is just copy. Oh no, that's the beats. What I did is just pre-select this part, copy, and paste it. Pasted it here. As you can see, it's the same part. You see? So there's no secret here. So, and I put them right here when the bank to rights leaves the comes back from the breakdown, from the build up. So okay. So now that we have all the parts, we can either delete the whole FabioStein channel, or we can hide it somewhere. But we have everything we need, so goodbye. Let's move on. Let's move on to Bank to Rights. Now, Bank to Rights has a part. As you can see, the whole track, all the changes on the track fit perfectly with the grid of the track. On this exact point, we have this tiny bar here is a plus on the sequence. So as you can see, all the rest of the track doesn't fit with the grid. I mean, this is not a big deal, but it's this is a very useful and helpful visual aid. You just add a time signature, insert a time signature change, and now everything is back on the grid. This is very useful when you want to have an overview of the track. So, okay, this is the same track, and I did a few edits on it. For instance, let's have a look. I repeated this part over and over, like this. And oh yes, I divided this in 2 channels because in this channel I have the full track playing smoothly, and in the other track I have just an EQ cutting the low part, because at this point we have the bass. We want to put the bass screaming, so we don't want both basses to conflict with each other. So that's something you can do. You can also do that by automating this point, but it's easier to just, I mean, it's easier